on. I'm not sure what's happening here. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa. Lisa's Love and Light. I am so sorry. There's something going on with the computer, everything today, but I'm here, everyone. So let me tell you, first of all, I'm so sorry about yesterday for not being here. I had a crazy problem with my phone. I woke up to go to work and the phone was completely dead. I don't know what happened. The phone did not fall on the floor. It did not get, broken or in water or any of that. So for like 2 days or so, I had no phone. Even though I do this on my computer, I had to run around and do all this stuff to get my phone. So I got my phone. So got a new phone and took all day to get all this stuff together, etc. So I was also um, thinking about a landline phone if they still do that. Let me know in a comment category if they still have landline phones. I think I need to have something just in case this happened again. And it's weird because I only had this phone for about a year and all of a sudden it died. There was nothing to happen. And even at the store, when I took it back, they didn't even know what was wrong with it. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I have a new one, so that shouldn't be an issue. But these videos I do on my laptop. It's been a crazy week. It's been just like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but everywhere it seems like we go today, there's detours. And it's starting to like irritate me. Every street or block you go down, you got a detour around, and it takes more time to get to where you have to get to. So it seemed like that situation this week is getting worse. So anyway, but I'm here now. How are you all doing? How are you guys doing? How was your week? How's things going? I hope these videos and the information here is helping everyone. Again, for the newcomers, welcome and thank you for being here. I'm not a licensed therapist or social worker of any sort. I'm just someone here who went through a lot of loss and grief, and I talk about ways that I've healed myself. And I want to share those things here with you because some of the stuff that I'm talking about here may help you as well. It's so important, self-care. But anyway, if you didn't hear me, the topic of discussion is know what you deserve. That's so important, especially when you're going through grief and you going through the pain and grief, anxiety associated with the loss of a loved one. Um, what happens sometimes is that you get so um, caught up in the grief and what you're going through that you can't see beyond that. Know that it's okay to grieve and to cry. It's an outlet for the pain, but don't stay in that place of depression. Make sure you're self-caring, meaning that you're taking care of your physical and mental health. That's important. And one of the ways that I've been doing that is through therapy, weekly grief therapy. And it's helped a lot, because in the beginning I wouldn't talk about anything with my therapist, didn't want to do the work, whatever. But little by little, I start to talk about the pain of the grief, talk about how it made me feel because during the shutdown I lost like 10 people, including my dog. Um, and it's been painful, but I have grown from it and healed. And when you start to heal people, you start to feel better, you know. All the topics that I talk about here, like if you go back a few videos, I talked about being a 9/11 survivor and things like that. A whole lot of people watched that video, and that was hard to talk about. But talking about it, it releases whatever is going on inside. It no longer has that chokehold on you. And when you talk about it and get it out in the air, it releases the pain. I'm learning that. It took me a long time to learn these things, because I was stuck in a pain. And for those who have recently, or anyone here who's listening who have lost loved ones, my condolences for you because I know what it feels like. Just make sure no matter what kind of grief you're going through and the pain, that you're self-caring, meaning taking care of your physical and mental health, because without that you can't take care of anything else. Always remember that. If you don't remember everything that's being said in these videos, self-care is important. Self-care and time alone, as long as you're not overdoing it, because it could lead to depression and suicidal thoughts, and that's something we don't want at all. We want people to be here to talk about it. And I'm going to do something live where I'm going to invite, I am live, but to invite people on to talk about their experiences with grief and loss. And I want to hear stories also about what you're doing to self-care, because that's important too, because whatever you say here, um, that help you, you might be helping other people who may not be openly talking about the grief and the pain that they have been going through due to loss. And it's important that we all get help. There's no shame to that, people. We all need help from time to time, because life is hard, and I've always been taught, when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade, and you do the best you can with what you have. Sometimes when you're heavy in your grief, you forget about everything else, because you're grieving, but you can't forget about yourself. You have to take care of yourself. It's always important too to have people around you who genuinely care about you, and people who are going to listen to you. None of us can do anything about the loss of a loved one, but if we have people around us that can just listen and sit there and listen to us talk about that loved one and what they meant to our life and what they brought to us, that helps a lot too, besides therapy. So all of those things have help us as well. um, Keep negativity low, especially when you're going through grief. Do not have a lot of toxicity. It's important not to have a lot of toxicity and negative situations around you while you're grieving, because that's going to keep you in that grief period longer. Grief. There's no. Some of us may grieve and then we start to get better sooner than later, and some others it may take time. It depends on us. On yourself. Know that it's important to have people around you who love and respect the fact that from time to time, especially in the beginning, you need to time alone to process the loss, and one of the things that helped me a lot, people, is music. If you are a music lover like I am, put on some music. If you have a playlist of music you like to listen to, do that. Do things to help yourself, like things that's going to uplift your spirit. And most of all, Google a therapist in your area, a therapist, a grief therapist. And, you can do it. You don't have to go to their office. You can have therapy sessions by Zoom, and little by little, as you get to know that therapist and as you continue to do the work, you start to talk to that therapist and open up little by little, because grief takes a toll on your body and your mental health, and it takes time to get through it. You never get over it, but you can get through it. I promise you that. If I can do it, and these things I'm talking about now, I don't have people there to listen to me and to help me. In the middle of a shutdown when all of this happened, and then as we started to come out of the shutdown, I still didn't really have anyone there to listen and be there. That's where therapy helps, and that's where I learned a lot how to do things for myself, meaning for self-care, and it helped me a lot. And so I want to share that here with you. Um, Taking time out for yourself, let other people know that right now you need time alone so that you can process the loss and, just get through it. We never get over it, but we can get through it. And the only one of the things that help us to get through it is time, you know, getting through it, because losing my mom was really tough and it was very difficult for me. But time, and I still have those trigger grief moments, but not as bad as I did for the first 2 years. and it took time. And especially losing my dog too, that was difficult. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care about you, and do things that's going to uplift your spirit, things that you enjoy doing, and even if you do one thing a day, you know, pat yourself on the back for it, on your back, for it, because it takes time. Nothing venture is nothing gain, and everyone doesn't have to know your personal business, like for example, that you see in a therapist, etc. Those are things that you can keep private, because some people don't like other people to know what they're doing to, for self-care. But it's important to take care of your physical and mental health. And there's no shame in it. I don't really mind sharing with others that still talk to a therapist, the same one, a grief therapist weekly, because it helps me, because I still have problems on Sunday night, you know. But the things I'm doing is helping me get through it, because I still, from time to time, have like a hard time about the fact that my mom is no longer here. Because, sometimes I want to talk to her so bad and tell her about some things that are happening. And then I remember she's no longer here. And sometimes that triggered a grief as well. But little by little, I get through it. One of the things that's going to be hard for me too is the holidays coming up. It's like, even though I enjoy the time off from work, but yet it's still, I don't have my dog, I don't have my mother, and it's just, and my son is not around at the moment. So it gets hard, but one day at a time, you know? And so I do understand the pain, but all these things I'm talking about is an outlet for the pain, and it takes time, little by little. So do things that make you feel better, good things that is going to uplift your spirit. So continue to listen to these videos. Let me know in the comment category what topics you guys want to hear that's related to grief or similar, like stories of things that created anxiety in your life and what you're doing to heal yourself. Because healing is an ongoing process. It's not, okay, I healed from that, it's over. We're always going to have to heal from something. But healing, as we heal, we grow. As we grow, we expand. And then we can share and be a testimony, to other people. Like we can turn that pain, like what I'm doing, turning pain into purpose into power into paying it forward to help other people who need to hear these messages and who need to heal from the grief due to the loss. And that's the purpose, the entire purpose of this channel here today. So please continue to share. I'm noticing that you are sharing. Continue to do so that others can listen to this video. And perhaps the things that are being said here today can help them on their road to, healing. Because we all can heal, little by little. But we all, when we help each other and pay it forward, it helps other people to grow as well. Thank you all for being here. I apologize again for yesterday. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure of the time due to my schedule. Hopefully, it doesn't take me a long time to get on here, because I tried to do this video like 4 times and I don't know what happened, but I'm glad I was able to get on and share this message with you. Thank you all. I appreciate you all so much. The likes and the subscribe. Continue to do so. And I will see you again tomorrow. And subscribe so that when you subscribe to the channel and I come on, it lets you know that I'm on live. So thank you for doing so. This is Lisa's Love and Light, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Okay, have a great night, everyone. Bye for now.